What is up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to Optimal Self Live. As always, thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us. You know, it's my favorite part of the day. I really look forward to these moments with you. I really look forward to these minutes, wherever you're listening, wherever you're finding this, whether it's during the actual live session or if you're finding it on a recorded session somewhere down the road on a podcast or on a social media channel. Listen, thank you so much. And big thing, if you get value at all from this, please let us know in the comments. Let us know by sharing it. Send it to somebody that you think might get some benefit. All right? Because today I want to go, I'm gonna say our mission statement. Why I do these, why we get together and do these every single day, why we continue to want to bring content and nuggets, not just to you guys, but it's for ourselves as well. Because the more we learn it, the more we talk about it, the more we bring it to the forefront, the more we actually get to live it ourselves. And so our mission is to change behavior through belief and action so that people can be the best version of themselves. Again, our hope here is to inspire you, is so that you can inspire others, so that they can change behavior. And today's topic is just that. I want to talk about behavior because in all of these, this past week, if you're just hearing this, go back to the last few when we talk about confidence and we talk about trust and we talk about all these things that truly lead us to being the best version of ourselves. But the thing that matters the most is behavior. So what is behavior? Well, it is the way in which one acts or conducts oneself, especially even towards others. But let's take the first portion here. It's the way in which one acts. It is what you do, right? But I want you to understand this. Behavior, it has nothing to do with intelligence. It has nothing to do with knowledge. Think about it. Think about behavior. Think about it. Every single one of us knows the difference between right and wrong. We know the difference. Then why do we choose those behaviors? Why do we choose the things? If I said to you, is it better if you drink a nice, great glass of water or a soda? It's not hard. You know the difference. You know the difference. But our behavior is what ultimately dictates our results. Our behaviors dictate our lives. We know the difference between right or wrong. But behavior has that's how I want you to understand is behavior has nothing to do with intelligence. It has nothing to do with knowledge because you can learn it. You can know it, right? You can understand all the technical sides, but you won't have success until you master the behavioral side. We need to really, truly get and understand how much our behaviors are dictating our lives and the outcome of our lives. Because it has nothing to do with how sophisticated or where you're from or any of those things. It has nothing. You choose these things. Our behaviors are controlling us. Our behaviors are what make us. But the truth is, it's so crazy. This morning I was on a walk this morning. I was listening to a podcast, or I was listening to a radio station, Pandora, and I don't pay for it, so you actually get commercials, and the commercial literally came from McDonald's, and McDonald's said now they're gonna let you order soda, Coca-Cola first thing in the morning. They said it's going to be okay now. Like the thought of that as I'm walking and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, did I just hear that right? Like that's somehow like a good, and the music is playing and they're acting like that's a really cool thing. So imagine, oh my gosh, now you can actually drive through at 5 a.m. and get a Coke. Like the fact that that's even possible, the fact that people are even worried that they're changing their menu to now you can get a Coke at 5 a.m. is really, truly ridiculous. Because there is absolutely zero nutritional value. There is nothing to that. It's actually one of the biggest contributors to diabetes and all kinds of other ailments. But yet we are actually making it a good thing that they're going to actually serve it to you at 5 a.m. now when they open, which is just absolutely ridiculous. But again, which goes back to our conversation today, is what is your behavior? Because I can tell you right now, there is nothing good coming out of that. You understand? You know, we've already been through this. And if you're in, if you've gone over to optimalself.today and you're in the private group, you have access to our first three principles. One is hydration, right? And if you've watched it, very short videos, but we give you the science behind it, right? To understand that your brain is over 90% water, your organs, your bones, right? All the percentages of how much each and every organ, bone, tissue, brain, how much of that is actually water, and that how bad dehydration is for you. But yet, this is what our society, this is what we're going to make okay, right? Because again, behavior has nothing to do with your intelligence. It has nothing to do with, it has everything to do. We need to master our behavior. We need to master that side, because we understand that every choice has a consequence. And yet our behaviors, we justify all the behaviors, right? I was reading a story about a guy who is a thief, breaks into jewelry stores, right? Waits for them. He somehow he knows which jewelry stores are taking on certain things in diamonds, and him and his crew, they're all sophisticated and they break in, and I mean, and they've got caught several times. And this last time, the reason they got caught and it was a big deal is because I heard the story came out on Super Bowl because they had broke in, and part of what they stole that day that they stumbled upon were Super Bowl rings. And so they were talking to the guy, and you know the difference. He knows that it's wrong. We know the difference between right and wrong. It has nothing to do with his intelligence. It has nothing to do with his knowledge. He knows it's wrong. It's 100%. But he's justified it already of why it's okay for him to do it. So his behaviors, right, have nothing to do with knowledge or intelligence. It has nothing to do with it. He chose it. You know what he said? He said, I just look at it. He goes, well, now you're in jail, and he got this 3-year sentence or whatever. And he's like, no biggie. It's an occupational hazard. See you guys in 3 years. Like, it's mind blowing. But yet here we are today with people living outside of that. And yet we're still making terrible decisions. Our behaviors don't match what we want. What is it that you want? Because that's what you have to understand so that your behaviors can match. Because if you don't change behavior, nothing changes. I'm going to say it to you again. No matter how bad you want it, no matter how bad you write it down, no matter how many vision boards, no matter how much you do, no matter how much you put on that page, nothing changes if behavior doesn't change. So I want you to understand this. I want you to understand that doing well is not about what you know. It's about how you behave. How are you going to behave? What is it that you want? Yeah, put it down. Yeah, write it down. If it's a vision board, go for it. But then when you look at it, don't ask yourself, oh, how am I going to get there? Ask yourself, how am I going to behave? Because that behavior, those changes, is when change happens. When you change behavior, that's when you give yourself a chance to get out there and have the life you deserve, have the life you want. Change behavior and you change everything. Change behavior and you can have anything you want. Go make it happen. Change that behavior. What is it that you want? Behave that way. And you got this. All right. As always, thank you so much. Please share, comment, let us know. But if you do anything, think about that goal. Think about that future self. Think about you being the best version of you, and then go behave that way. All right. And as always, if you want the principles, you want 1, 2, or 3, you want to be part of that private mastermind, you got to jump over to optimalself.today. Get registered. All it is an email address. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to sell it. All we want to do is help you. All we want to do is provide that area for you. We want to provide that environment for you to be the best version of you. All right. Have an awesome, awesome night. And as always, go be the best version of you.